Welcome back to the WCG for the final session of day 2 of the opening test match. Matt's 11 fought back in the afternoon session, restricting Brennan's 11 to 5 for 32 at the tea break. Brennan's 11 lead by 50 runs and still have their leading run scorer of the first innings and their captain still in the sheds, and will still be confident of setting Matt's 11 a big target to chase. Rob El-Basha is the next batsman in for Brennan's 11. Made 8 in the first innings. He'll be looking to add to that to get Brennan's 11's lead up towards that 100 mark. White, who has one more ball to bowl in his oval, bowl to Rob El-Basha. He's around the wicket, it's hit something, there's a big appeal. Rob points to his elbow. Nervous moments first up after tea. Yeah, it is clearly off the elbow. It'll be Mark Pasterfield to bowl to Rob El-Basha now. Oh, and he's hit it over the fence. That's the 6th wicket down for Brennan's 11. Rob El-Basha goes without scoring. Brennan's 11 is 6 for 33. George Paneros, one of the heroes for Brennan's 11 in the first innings, comes to the crease. They'll love him to replicate that 29 he made in the first innings. Matt's 11 are fighting back strongly. It'll be Daniel Hancock to bowl to George Paneros for his first delivery. It's full and it's driven from Paneros, but well fielded by Matt White. Daniel Hancock to bowl to Paneros again. It's full and it's outside of stump. George has a slash at it. There's an appeal. And it's been given not out by the umpire. Oh, I think there was daylight between bat and ball. Daniel Hancock is bowling well into George again. He's just played on the offside. He's going to scamper through for a single, George. And he's off the mark. Appears to be hitting some form right when Brennan's 11 need him.
That's a good stroke. He really is so quickly into position. If you picked anything from Michael Clark.
Pat McGregor to bowl now to George Paneros. It's full, it's popped up in the air. There's an appeal from Matt's 11. Oh, it's been given out. And it's a quick review from George Paneros. And his captain has allowed him to review this. This is a big moment in the match. Paneros is forward. Oh, it's going to be hard to tell from that angle, but I can't find how that ball has got to Matt without it touching the bat. Oh, I think this is out, you know. A reminder that the review system is a decision between both captains, with both having to come to an agreement on a decision. The decision's coming up on screen now. It's not out. They've spared Paneros here, and I think that's the wrong decision. McGregor disappointed, no doubt, after that decision. Bowls to Paneros again, and it's left outside the off stump. They came back towards Paneros. That's a good leave. Final ball of the 13th over. McGregor steams into Paneros. It's full and it's driven down the ground, but fielded by Matt. That ends an entertaining over, 6 for 39.
Out comes Smith. Wow! Swan's thrown it up and it's disappeared. That works for Johnson. Races away.
Paneros standing up again for Brennan's 11. Johnson bowls now. It's a full toss hit back to Johnson. Oh, and it's rebounded to Daniel Hancock. It's another fortuitous dismissal for Matt's 11. George Paneros has to go. And to add, that's actually a double hat-trick for Michael Johnson. Took a hat-trick with the last 3 deliveries of his last over and the first one of his next one. Oh, it's lucky, but it's unfortunate for George. So Scott comes to the wicket at 7 for 52. It's a lead of 70 runs for Brennan's 11. Went cheaply in the first innings, and if Matt's 11 can get him cheaply again, they'll fancy their chances. So it's Johnson to Scott. Can he make it 5 in a row? It's left outside the off stump. Well bowled from Johnson.
That's through. Hasn't missed out there, Steve Smith. That'll be a boundary. Breaks the shackles a bit.
White steaming into his opposition captain, searching for this last wicket. Bowles now pops up towards McGregor. You know, not sure if there was any bat there. Forward, no, it looks just off the leg. Brennan's 11 lead by 74. So Pat McGregor will bowl now to Scott. It's fallen, it's driven. Oh, it's been caught by Michael Johnson. Brennan's 11's innings is over, and it's been brought to an end by a brilliant catch from Johnson again. Oh, he's a freak. He just does not drop him. That is a huge snare, and Matt's 11 will need 75 to win the test match. It's been a brilliant bowling performance from Matt's 11 to get themselves back into the match. They have bowled Brennan's 11 out for 56 in their second innings and will need to chase 75 for victory. Nathan Hancock and George Paneros again were the standouts for Brennan's 11, both scoring 16. Scott fell cheaply in both innings of the test match, a rarity, and Matt's 11 will fancy their chances. A brilliant bowling performance from Matt's 11 was led, of course, by Michael Johnson, who bowled 2 overs, 4 for naught, including a double hat-trick, which has never been seen before at the WCG. Pat McGregor, 2.1 overs, 2 for 4, and captain Matt White, 3 overs, 1 for 4 with a pick of the bowlers. So the equation is simple for Matt's 11. They've fought their way back into the test match and will require 75 runs for victory. They'll have to bat a lot better than they did in the first innings. Can they do it and go 1 up in the series? So it will be Hamid El-Basha who will be entrusted with getting this run chase off to a great start for Matt's 11. He failed in the first innings. He needs to put that behind him and stand up for his side. It'll be George Paneros to bowl the first ball of the second innings to Hamid El-Basha. It's full. Oh, there's an edge. He's out first delivery. Can you believe it? It's a horror start for Matt's 11. He's slashed it a wide one and he's nicked it. Matt's 11 1 for naught. Michael Johnson strides to the crease with his side in early drama. Matt's 11 1 for naught after 1 delivery. He's on a pair, Michael Johnson. Did the business with the ball, but now his side need him more than ever with the bat. So Paneros into Johnson. Bowls now, it's full, he's back and across, and it's hit him on the legs. He's covered up his stumps well, Johnson, and survives. And a great start from Paneros, who bowls again to Johnson. It's full. Oh, there's another edge, it's another edge. It is! He's been given out. It's 2 for naught, and Brennan's 11 are in dreamland. Back and across, he's got the edge, and George Paneros is on fire. Matt's 11 collapsing late in the evening again as they did on day 1, and Brennan's 11 are well on top. Daniel Hancock, the youngster, walks into a baptism of fire with his side in big trouble. 2 for naught in the opening over, and the youngster will need to stand up. So Paneros to Hancock, looking for 3 in the opening over, around the wicket, and it's well played from Daniel Hancock. Solid there from the youngster. He'll need to stand up as he did in the first innings. The last delivery, what's been a dream over for Paneros. It's full, and it's defended well again by Daniel Hancock. 2 for naught. It's Rob El-Basha who will bowl the second over, around the wicket to Daniel Hancock. Oh, and he's got him fishing outside the off stump. He'd be best advised to leave them ones alone early on, Daniel. Good delivery. Rob El-Basha to continue. Full, and it's played on the leg side to Robert Lana. Oh, he's going to scamper through for a single, a direct hit, and it is curtains for Daniel Hancock, who suicidally ran himself out in the first innings and nearly did it again there. El-Basha to continue around the wicket. Played on the offside. He's going to scamper through again for a single. This one a lot safer than the last one. Good busy cricket when he plays it smart, Daniel Hancock. Nathan Hancock bowled the last over of the day, bowling to his brother Daniel, and it's full. It's a great delivery. Well played from Daniel. Cast your mind back to last night where they lost 2 wickets in the final over, Matt's 11, and they will not want a repeat of that. As Nathan bowls again to Daniel, and he's just played that on the offside to Brendan. Matt's 11 still require 73 for victory. They want to be 2 down overnight. Come back tomorrow and have a crack at these runs. Nathan bowls again to Daniel, and he's on the front foot, and he's played and missed. He should be leaving them alone late in the day. The nerves are getting to him. So this will be the last ball of the day. It'll be Nathan Hancock into his brother Daniel Hancock. Bowls now, it's full. Oh, he's hit it straight to George Paneros on the last ball of the day. You can't keep Paneros out of the game. Matt's 11 are in tatters at 3 for 2 at Stumps. Unbelievable. Matt's 11 bowled so valiantly to get themselves back into the match, but they seem intent on throwing it away. They go to Stumps 3 for 2 and still require 73 runs for victory. Brennan's 11, on the other hand, will be moving in for the kill tomorrow morning and looking to take a 1-0 series lead.